This is a crazy idea and I can't believe we're doing this right now. I've never written a book nor launched a book before. I'm not a Bible scholar, not a pastor. Some of you may know me as a coach, trainer, global speaker. I've been an online entrepreneur. I've coached a lot of people to build recession-proof online businesses. So writing a book that speaks about spiritual principles is completely left field, but we're doing it. So why do I feel so strong about this message? With all the stress we've all gone through in these last couple of years, COVID, record high inflation, post-pandemic world, I believe the world needs hope now more than ever before. I'm not sure if you can relate with me on this, but there was a time in my life where while on the journey to my personal, business, and life goals, I felt like I continued to hit challenge after challenge. While some progress was made, the reality was I was far from the dreams that I imagined. I tried remaining hopeful, I kept on running all the plans, but as time passed, I became increasingly stressed, tired, and ultimately stuck. I felt like I just couldn't see a way out. I needed not just a breakthrough in my life, but a miraculous breakthrough. I then realized that a miracle literally meant an event that's supernatural. I decided to look towards my faith and biblical truths to see if there was a practical pattern of what people did to achieve miraculous breakthroughs. I looked at the stories of great men and women all throughout the Bible who achieved miracles, like Moses talking with God, getting the 10 Commandments, Esther, who helped prevent the entire massacre of her Jewish friends, and even Jesus himself. I then looked at more recent examples like the American revolutionists and Martin Luther, the father of the Protestant church. To my surprise, I noticed that they all followed the same formula. They all used the spiritual tools of prayer, fasting, and study in combination, and that always led to the impossible being done. I even found that people that are not Christian, like Mahatma Gandhi and many other religions, implemented the same formula. So I got really curious about this formula. While I'm a person of faith, I'm also the type of person that needs things to logically make sense for me to actually implement them. After cross-referencing science, human psychology, and physiology with spirituality, I became convinced that this formula would work. So I decided to follow this formula for just 7 days, being hopefully skeptical. And by the 7th day, I had a miraculous breakthrough so amazing, I couldn't believe it. It kind of felt like I had a Neo from the Matrix experience, you know, where you feel like you just have this awakening and this clarity and this power. I had huge realizations to my purpose in life. I had direction for my business. I had financial breakthroughs happen. I had personality changes that I'd struggled with for years to make, all of a sudden easily be made. It was so dramatic that both me and my wife could barely believe it. Some of my friends began asking me what I did, and I began sharing and teaching with them this formula. I had a friend of mine who said that with just 24 hours of applying this formula, she had experienced more breakthroughs in just that one day than she did with years of counseling and therapy. Through all the research I did, I knew that this formula wouldn't just work for us, but it could work for you and the world as well. I literally felt like I found the cure to a disease and I had to share it to the world. But I also realized that being a business coach, my reach was limited to both my time and my availability. So that's when the idea of writing a book came out. I knew that if I could put this simple formula into a book, we'd be able to touch the lives of people around the globe. The writing this book became an absolute obsession. I found myself waking up at 4 a.m. daily like an inspired artist, dumping as much as what I learned into the pages. I wanted to wake up as early as I could because I still had the rest of my main business duties the rest of the day. And in literally just 10 days of starting to write, I found myself with the first completed draft of the Miraculous Breakthrough Formula. This book's an accumulation of all the research that I did, but it's distilled into a practical, engaging, and effective formula. While it's a book based on spiritual principles, it's written in a way for the open-minded skeptic like me to still be useful and impactful. You'll find the why and the how to actually fast, pray, and study for your breakthroughs. And you'll see on just 7 days, you can get unstuck and achieve the impossible in life. Biblically guaranteed. God bless, and I'm praying for your miraculous breakthroughs. Bye-bye.